What's going on, everybody? I'm Terrence, and this is Bank Shipping. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully everybody's having a good day so far. And if you ain't up, go ahead and get up, start that grind. Ain't got no time to be wasted. But we are up here in Harrison, New Jersey, which is basically like a little suburb of Newark. So nice little tight streets and tight turns and everything like that. But we made it. So just waiting. I'm gonna get out and unstrap and everything. Waiting for the forklift guys to come unload me. Still no luck on finding anything back. So we shall see about that also. Might sit here for a couple minutes, see if I can find anything. If not, head back empty. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes you have that. So let me get out. We'll go ahead and unstrap, get unloaded, and I'll get back with you. Okay, so we're back at the yard. Couldn't find any loads. I found a couple. One wasn't paying anything. It was paying like $1.20 a mile or something like that. And when you're coming out of Jersey paying tolls and stuff like that, $1.20 is definitely not worth it. I don't care what it is. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather deadhead. And then the other one would have been a perfect load. It was paying good. And I went to book the load, and then they called me back and said that the shipper could no longer ship it at that moment in time. They wanted to push the pickup time to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And, you know, that would make it to where I had to deliver tomorrow. And I can't deliver tomorrow because I'm catching a flight tomorrow. So I just did head it home. It happens. It is what it is. I'm not going to, be mad about it or complain about it. Just part of the game. I knew it was, when the other load got canceled yesterday, I knew that it was going to be hard pressed to find another load that was going home and, would have me able to drop off today. So, I knew it was going to be a slim chance of finding one. So it is what it is. But we got home, safely. Ran into a lot of rain. We got, you know, some severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado watches and all that stuff going on until like 8 o'clock tonight. So glad to be off the road. So, you know, we're gonna shut her down. I'm going to head to the house, get ready for my trip. But while I got y'all here, now first let me start off by saying this is in no way, shape, or form a paid promotion whatsoever. But you know, I've had people ask out on the street, and I've had people ask me in messages and stuff like that about you know, what I'm using for an ELD or something like a tablet or something like that. I don't run an ELD anymore now that I'm in this truck because it is an 86, so I can run paper logs. But I don't actually use the paper logs. I keep some, of course, because you're supposed to, but I still use Keep Trucking. So I was using Keep Trucking in my pickup. And then, of course, Virginia Hotshot, you know, he's under my company with Keep Trucking as well. So he runs an ELD in his truck. But since I no longer run an ELD, but I still got to pay for Keep Trucking, I decided to still use Keep Trucking. Instead of it being connected to the actual black box that's connected to your OBD2, I just use it as a regular log. You know, it's not connected to anything, you know, but I use an iPad. So I got an iPad Pro, and you know, of course, it's got cell service. This one has cell service. It's got GPS and all that good stuff. So, you know, whenever you're changing your duty status to driving, on duty, sleeper berth for me if you have a sleeper, you know, it's got GPS, and you know, iPads have GPS, so you just hit the little location button and it pops up with your location. You know, I can add my mileage and all that stuff to there, you know, my bill of lading numbers, and I don't have to. I guess it's because I'm being kind of lazy, you know, I just don't feel like drawing lines in the logbook. So, you know, it does it for me when I change my duty status. So that's what I use for my log, since I'm not actually using an electronic log anymore. I still use Keep Trucking. But while I'm on the subject of this iPad Pro, I'm telling you, man, this thing is a lifesaver. You know, I've used one since I started the business 5 years ago. This is actually the second one I've had. I keep it for about 2 years, and then I trade it in or whatever, sell it, buy a new one, just to keep up with the latest, you know, hardware, you know, the faster processing, the better cameras and stuff like that. You know, so I get a new one about every 2 years. But I run my entire business off of this iPad. I mean, it's crazy. I can, because it's the Pro, you know, I haven't tried using like a regular iPad or whatever, but the iPad Pro, you know, it comes with the, let me get it, if I can get it with one hand, you know, comes with the Apple Pencil. Well, not comes with, you gotta buy it, but you can use the Apple Pencil on the iPad Pro. So because of that, there's a lot of things you can do. You know, you can, if you're out on the road, you get a Raycon or something like that, you can sign it right then and there, convert it to a PDF, send it right back to the broker. If you don't have a bill of lading, you got to generate a bill of lading. You know, there's apps out there that you can use to generate bill of ladings. You can get them to sign right on the iPad. You can send them a copy. You can send the broker a copy. You can send whoever a copy. You know, if you got one of those small wireless printers, you got to print something. You know, if you're going to the port or a military base, you got to print something out. You can use that, print it wirelessly, all that good stuff. When it comes to files, I'm very OCD about keeping paperwork and things like that. So, you know, all my Raycons, all Virginia Hotshots Raycons, all of our BOLs, I scan all of them with the iPad, because you can scan it directly to a PDF. I scan them all with the iPad, and I put them in a file, separate, of course, mine and his, you know, and that uploads directly to iCloud Drive. So not only is it on my iPad, it's on iCloud Drive, and then I also keep the hard copies as well. So, you know, I got 3 different places that I'm keeping that. You know, and it's just other little things. You know, of course, you can look at the load board on there. You know, broker packets, that's a big one. A lot of times if you get a broker packet that's not one that's online, you know, that you can just type in everything, you know, and it searches up your number and everything. If you're already in the system, it brings it up. You just gotta click next a couple times, you know, if it's through rims or something like that, or my carrier packets or whatever. If it's actually one you gotta fill out, it works great, because you can either use the Apple Pencil and write, you know, in the blanks, or like what I have this this Zag case or whatever, but I mean, it's a hard case, but it also, I don't know if you guys can see it, it also doubles as a keyboard, you know. So it's a wireless keyboard, and I can just export it to a PDF, click in it, and start typing instead of writing everything, and all I gotta do is sign at the bottom. I actually have an app that keeps my signature, so all I gotta do is tap it, and boom, there's my signature. So, you know, I run my entire business off of this thing. Now, of course, you know, I got backups and backups and backups just in case, because technology isn't, you know, fail proof. You know, these things do fail, you know. So like my log, you know, if my iPad goes down, I got my paper log as a backup. You know, if something happens to this iPad, everything is backed up on iCloud. I go get a new one, boom, it's all right there. I don't have to worry about losing anything. You know, if I want to take a picture of the load and attach it to something, I can take a picture either on my phone and send it to, you know, to my iPad or whatever, or take it with my iPad. I can attach it right to the BOL, send them both off to the broker. You know, so this thing makes my life a whole lot easier. So, you know, if you guys are out there looking for something, some sort of tablet that you can use that's going to be very productive for your business, I suggest looking at the iPad Pros. You know, I've never used any Android tablet, so I can't be, you know, I can't say which one is better. I can't do a comparison. I just know myself, I'm not a big Android fan. I've had a couple Android phones. Not a big fan of the operating system. I'm a big fan of the Apple operating system and how they, you know, talk to each other seamlessly. I can open up one thing on the phone and then move over to the iPad and it's right there. So, you know, all I can talk about is Apple. But, you know, some people may not like the cost of it, but for me, as a business expense, it's well worth it. Well worth it. So if you guys are looking for something like that, you know, the iPad is pretty much all around. Like I said, I don't know about the regular iPad, but the iPad Pro and getting the pencil and everything like that, well worth it. I'll leave the links down in the description. You can find the iPad Pro anywhere, but you know, I'll leave the link in the description for like the case that I have, and you can find the Apple Pencil anywhere, anywhere also. So I'll leave a link down in the description for the case that I use, you know, with the wireless keyboard and everything, and it's a protective case. So I'll leave that down in the description for you guys to take a look at. So if you're interested, you know, go ahead and get you one. I'm telling you, it makes your life a whole lot easier. So, but we're gonna get out of here before this rain starts. Got some stuff to do. Hopefully they cancel my son's football practice, because I don't feel like standing out there in the rain. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and say have a good weekend now, because I won't see y'all over the weekend, because today is my last day working this week. So have a good weekend. Stay safe, get your mind right, all that good stuff. And as always, stay prayed up, grind hard, and stay humble.